Hey, how's it going, guys? Carson back here with another unboxing, and this time we got a heck of an unboxing here because I think there should be 90 comic books in this nice media mail package. So the whole story on this one is an interesting one because I only paid, I think, $50 for that box. So if everything is nice and as good as it kind of looks in some of the pictures I'm about to show you, it's about, with shipping, 76 cents per comic. Now, I guess the whole story here is, like most of the eBay collectors out there, I'll be bored at home cycling on eBay, looking what's on there and what ways we do. And one lot caught my eye in particular because sometimes you see that best offer button and you start to want to look at the lot and see what's on there. So the picture I ended up with was this. So what originally caught my eye as I was scrolling through the endless feed of comic books is I saw up in the top corner there is a milk and cheese, which I've kind of always wanted the comic book Milk and Cheese because they talked about it a lot in Wizard comics when I was a kid. And I remember, like, I could never find any Milk and Cheese comics. And to this day, I've still never found that book in the wild. So that's what drew me to this lot. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to get, a copy of that after all these years. And then I see Predator #1. I'm not sure if that's the first or second print, obviously. Either way, that's another book I don't have in the collection. And then there's a stack of Toxic Avengers there, which love me some Toxie. I actually ended up, I think, selling a copy that I had not too long ago, and I kind of regretted it a little bit. So I was happy to get that back. But if you look right under Toxie there is quite the interesting lot of books for potentially 76 cents. We'll get into that in a second. But another picture, I'll highlight this one. This is how I knew, like, I was going to get some good money because, as you can see, they didn't even highlight these books at all until, like, this is like the 6th or 7th picture in the lot. The biggest one that sticks out to me is the She-Hulk #1, obviously. Like, that right there, no matter how this box ends up, if that is a decent condition book, I got my money's worth. And that one book alone, everything else is just icing on the cake. And then I pretty much recognize Devil Dinosaur #1 right next to She-Hulk. Obviously, Crisis on Infinite Earths #1. And then the rest is kind of like guesswork. But I just love how it's obscured by like this probably like $1 Terminator Dark Horse comics. So I definitely enjoyed that. But as you can see, this is the one that, like, I knew I had to send the offer once I saw the She-Hulk. So I sent like a $50 offer, expecting just to start the negotiation process. Or they would just deny me and I would start the bidding process. But once I started looking at this stack, everything, hopes got, quite a bit higher on the potential of this lot. So obviously you got Tomb of Dracula #2 on top, but then you start to compare like sides of books and you start bringing up pictures and then you start asking yourself right in the middle there, I wish I could have like a telestrator thing to circle the book I'm looking at, but you're just like, could that be the First Blade for 76 cents? All I know is there could be a ripped off cover. I don't know until I unbox it here, but I only paid 76 cents per issue here since the person just accepted the first offer I got. But what I don't know, because I didn't ask for extra pictures, I just paid as soon as they accepted. I don't know the condition of these books. Are they the real deal? Are they going to be destroyed? We'll see. Before I go ahead and unbox this massive box, I do want to say hi to some people in the chat and see what's going on over there. We got John's Comics with Kids. What's going on, John? Very nice to see you in the chat. I was actually messaging you, and I just didn't know if, like, Drew infected your mind somehow. I saw some of your current Instagram book reviews, which I've been loving, by the way. Definitely check out John on Instagram. He's had some fun takes on some Scott Snyder comics lately that I've really enjoyed. We got Art, Bikes, and Comics. What's going on, man? Nice to see you in the chat as well. Metarog, I knew once I saw cheap comic books, Metarog loves his cheap books, and I love the books that Metarog gets a chance to show on his channel. Nice to see you in the chat, Metarog. We got Comic Mag Musings. What's going on, man? All right, so yeah, and then Metarog, exactly. No matter what happens, I got a good deal on this. Like, I'm not even at $1 a book, so even if the books are pretty beat up, reader copies, it's still a phenomenal deal at the end of the day. So, and yeah, I might be hoping for some newsstands because we got the amazing Murphinator. What's going on, man? I know he loves those newsstands as well. So let's go ahead. I've been waiting like 2 weeks to get this back because they sent this thing like Pony Express, basically media mail. I know Amazing Murfinator, he loves him some Jason Smith media mail stories and all that stuff. So, and I know with the ice storms and snow that hit the East Coast and all that, I was kind of expecting this thing to be on a long delay, and I was pretty much right. So I kind of been itching to get this package open for quite a while. It's just one of those ones you check the tracking like every day, like, oh, maybe it's gotten out of New Jersey, because it came out of New Jersey, I believe. So it's taking its time to get here, but we'll see. I'm sure it's going to be worth the wait. So far, I'm just happy it wasn't in like a smaller box. I feel like just the fact that there's this much tape shows that they actually put a little bit of care into packaging, which was more than I expected based on some of the pictures. So gotta love the tons of cardboard. Hopefully it wasn't good. No books in there. Oh, wow. A lot of cardboard randomness to clean up here. And they shipped in, looks like, 2 smaller boxes. So we'll go ahead and take those out now and get rid of this giant box here. All right. So I'm guessing there's no way these are going to be bagged and boarded. So luckily, if I do pull out a nice book, I've got a nice stash of Mylars located right over here. So if I do have a really good pull, I'm ready to go. And we do have, I'll highlight them while I do this tape here. We got Fish Tropic in the chat, my first subscriber ever. Always a pleasure to see Fish Tropic in the chats. What is going on, man? And then we got Art, Bikes, and Comics. Let's see what he's saying here. Hopefully the seller did not do a bait and switch. Yeah, I mean, that's always my worst fear with eBay lots. And this is one of those sellers, I don't think they normally sell comic books. This is just like, let's clear out somebody's collection, basically. So I don't even know if they did any research or knew what they had or anything like that. We'll see. I could be disappointed live on YouTube. You never know. That's why I figured, at least if nothing else, if I do get egg on my face by the end of this, you guys will be here live to see it. It'll be good for the content, I suppose. All right, so the first one, pretty cool book here. We got Master of Kung Fu 61. So always like seeing Master of Kung Fu books, these older, 35 centers. So pretty cool right there. Pretty good way to start. And I knew there was going to be something in there. This is one of those ones that was like obscured like this. So I didn't know if it was going to be like a Fantastic Four or an issue of the Thing. So it looks like we got a little bit of run of that. I believe the Ron Wilson Thing. So I always wanted to get more of these. I do have an issue 1 signed by Ron Wilson. So very cool there. And I think we're going to keep going on this run. There's the Thing 24. I'll try to speed it up just a little bit because like I said, I got 90 books to get through. And I'm just kind of happy they're at least in some sort of poly bag instead of, nothing. So you get that collar rub. So there's 23. We're going all the way back to the Thing issue 5. And so far, besides, I think that's good. That's just tape on the bag. Nothing seems to be very beat up on these books. They seem to be decent, Bronze Age. Looks like they were just in someone's basement. And the other thing I was worried about, and this may seem like a nitpick, sometimes I get comics like this and you just get like the worst smell when you open a box, like if they like smoked or whatever. Sometimes just get that like I got the first appearance of X-23, and that person must have been a chain smoker. So I got the Thing 25. So no obnoxious odors so far. So that's great. It looks like we got 2 books in this bag. So let's see if it's 2 copies of the Thing 26. I think it's like the first appearance of Sharon Ventura, Miss Marvel may be in this run. So doesn't look like I'm getting that, but they got actually a regular and a direct version. I'm sorry, regular and a newsstand version on the Thing 26. So not too bad there. Always good to get some of the Thing. One of my top 5 favorite Marvel characters. Probably already have this one in the collection, but I might see if this is an upgrade for me. G.I. Joe 52. I'm always trying to get these older G.I. Joes, especially the 100 plus grade, or I'm sorry, not grade, but issue on those. So anytime I get my hands on some G.I. Joe, I know people love these anniversary issues as well. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be an upgrade for me as well. There's not too much spine tick action on there. I could press out the little love that's been put on there. But yeah, I think I have a copy, but if I remember, it's got a little gnarly stain on there. Here's what I was trying to guess when I was looking at the little spines on the side of the picture. We got Fantastic Four 171. So I just saw that Fantastic Four 25 cents. So there's that. Roy Thomas and George Perez. So who could say no to some George Perez Fantastic Four? And you got a newsstand, of course, like they mostly were back then. Another one I was trying to guess is which issue of Thor was in the lot. I got issue number 240. So I could, on one of the pictures, I could see like obviously Thor right there, then the 25 cents and where it says Thor, but I really did not know what that was going to be when I pulled that out. And we'll show one more. We'll get to some chat action here in a second. And then the last one I was kind of trying to really guess was this Fantasy Masterpiece. I knew 25 cents, a bigger square bound book. It was going to be an older book. So this is actually not in too bad condition at all from what I expected. It's from 1966. So all things considered, a good quality copy of this book, in my opinion. I don't know if it's probably not worth anything, but it's still a very cool book that's probably going to stay in my collection for sure. All right, let's see where we left off. Yeah, we got Murph and Fish meeting for the first time in several years. I remember both those guys interacting in the Great Legend auction chats for sure. King Fu Master. We still got art bikes and comics hanging out. Fish Tropic says R.I.P. Meatloaf. Yeah, I did hear about that today. It was very unfortunate. Yeah, definitely R.I.P. Meatloaf for sure. Metarog, yeah, he says the person who this came from. I think there's just a lot of Marvel Bronze Age, but yeah, who doesn't love the ever-loving Blue-Eyed Thing for sure? John loves the 80s era of G.I. Joe. Me too, man. That's one of my favorite comic lines to get, especially like you can get, there's a lot of those issues printed, so they're pretty easy to collect for like $1 or $2 here and there until you get to a certain point. And then Murph says so far so good, and I would agree. So I think I'm kind of, oh, wait a minute. Remember how I was talking about Sharon Ventura earlier? There it is. So we got Thing 35, probably like the only, like, I don't know if this is considered a key or just a minor key at this rate in collecting the Miss Marvel appearances. But yeah, Thing 35 was in there, so pretty cool. And it looks to be in pretty good condition. So back looks great. The front definitely looks great. So very happy with that book. Great. I think that's what Paul Neary. Yeah, that's right. Ron Wilson didn't do that cover. Cool. All right. We'll keep moving on because, like I said, we still got a whole other box to cover here. We got some Devil Dinosaur action with Devil Dinosaur number 8. Which I said, I think that number 1 should be coming up. We'll see. Like I said, hopefully there weren't any crazy bait and switches or anything like that. Here's more of a rough one. Like I said, I wasn't expecting perfection in this box. We got Fantastic Four issue 274, but yeah, this thing has a lot of. This will be a cleaning experiment for sure. That is not part of the cover right there. That is just freaking dirt. So yeah, I might play with this, see if I can practice my dirt removing skills on books a little bit. But yeah, there's that. Here's here's that book that caught my eye, and actually it looks like something is double bagged in here with it. So we got Milk and Cheese number 1, and it has actually been bagged and boarded. So whoever had this lot very much thought the world of Milk and Cheese, apparently, because this is the only one that's been completely bagged and boarded so far. And I believe the other printings like definitely say so right there, like something second print or like something smart alecky and then third print. But it looks to be clear, which means hopefully this is a first print. And then the book I have not heard of, Sin number, I'm assuming this is, yeah, number 1. So haven't heard of that book at all. So I'll definitely have to look that up. So Sin number 1, bagged with Milk and Cheese number 1. So really happy that turned out to be a good quality book. And then the whole run, I think it's just like a 6-issue mini, or no, actually it's longer than that because there's an issue 9 in here. A whole bunch of Sam and Twitch Image comics. So I think I actually already found this in like the 20-cent bin over at Half Price Books, but I've only found the one and it was kind of beat up. This is definitely much better condition. So it was issue 1. There's the issue number 4. I got a lot of bagging and boarding to do. I'm definitely have to go get some more poly bags because I don't want to use all of my Mylar, but it's pretty good quality books. They look like they're just read once and stored away. There's issue 7. I always like the covers on these too. One day I probably will actually read this Sam and Twitch run because I do like that like early run Spawn that at least I've read in my day. So, and then I think that was issue number 9. Let's see. We got Metarog says dairy products with an attitude. Oh yeah, for sure. Then Murph says FF274, I believe, is how the symbiote escapes the FF tube. They put them in. All right, that's cool. So I'll definitely have to try to get that cleaned up and take a bit more care of it for sure. This one I actually saw. It was one of the main ones in the picture, and I still really didn't know what this book was, but it looks like it is a trade format size book. The Residence Freak Show. I have no idea what this book is. It is a trade size book, though, or at least maybe a little bit smaller than that. But yeah, this is one of the ones he had on top. So whoever sold this must have really enjoyed that book. Well, like I said, I don't know that much about it. We got some Preacher stuff. The Preacher, The Good Old Boys. I have not read a lot of the Garth Ennis Preacher, but there's an issue 1. I think the other, it looks like it's just a special. So I was debating if there's like an issue 2, but it looks like it's just a hardbound Preacher special was the other Preacher book in the lot. And then, yeah, I remember seeing these in the picture, issue 1 and 2. I think there's only the 2 issues based on my research of Hellboy Jr. So I'm not huge on Hellboy, but yeah, cool to have like both complete because I think there's just the 2 of them. Faust number 1. It's probably, yeah, it had to be probably early Avatar if I'm not mistaken on that. All right, here we go. I just uncovered Tomb of Dracula number 2 is coming up. So we'll just go ahead and take the rest of these out of the box because this is probably where I'm going to start bagging and boarding on the fly here. And luckily enough, the bottom one was bagged and boarded, so the bottom of the box wasn't like completely exposed for me to like take my knife and cut through. So we'll do some analyzing here as we go. So here's Tomb of Dracula number 2, and so far it looks like it's a really good quality copy. I could not complain at all for the price I paid for this lot. I mean, I didn't have anything fall out of it, and I'm trying to think. I feel like some of these had the Marvel value stamps in them, so I'll probably have to do at least a Marvel value stamp check on one of the later ones. But yeah, it looks like the staples are great. The centerfold's good. Good issue of number 2. I can't complain at all about that. Of course, issue number 3 would be the next one. So once again, has a little bit of tanning on the back as, you know, these older books do. But if you guys followed my October Reads feature about a year and change ago, you know me, I love me some Bronze Age horror comics, Marvel and DC. So I definitely, at one point, I do want to read this entire run. I got a chance to at least read the first Blade, which is issue 10, on my October Reads. So I definitely recommend checking that out if you'd like. But once again, so far, there's nice tight staples on this. It's not going anywhere. So really good there. Issue number 5. Kind of getting nervous here. I was like, is it going to go from like 7 all the way to like 20 something? It was like my eyes deceive me. Once again, not bad quality on this one at all. Yeah. Number 5. And then number 7, of course. Number 8's going to be behind it. So like, I guess I could do the surprise thing. So Tomb of Dracula number 7 there. So far, very happy with my 76 cents per book purchase. Yeah, we're going to keep going here. So we're a couple issues away. So we got an issue number 9 under this, but there's issue number 8. So awesome. I'm already extremely happy with this box, and I still have another whole box to go. Yeah, it's coming up. So here's issue 9. No slack to issue 9. It does have some battle damage under here, but I could probably use the press behind me there to press that out. And then the main reason that I was really excited about this lot, and we'll kind of get a good grade, you know, assumption on here, but it was in there. Tomb of Dracula number 10 for 76 cents. So I can officially say that this video is going to live up to the title of one of my top stealth buys on eBay ever. So there it is, first Blade. I don't even know what to say right now. So definitely always kind of wanted this book. You know, we all love the 98 Blade with Wesley Snipes, and I as a kid loved that movie too. And it was always kind of like one of those things like, yeah, maybe that first appearance isn't too bad to get. And, you know, I just never went after it because I just never thought about it. And then all of a sudden, just with everything else, it's just exploded in value. And yeah, centerfold's great. Staples are tight. Dang, this isn't a bad quality book. I mean, there's some spine ticks on the side to be expected because this isn't bagged and boarded. It's never been bagged and boarded. But all things considered, it's not a bad copy either. Wow. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to send this off at some point. So like I said, this is the point where I get my full back out, I get my Mylar out, and we're gonna get my grubby paws off this thing. So very happy with that. So we'll go ahead and take a chat pause once I get this taped up and it's bag and board. We can continue. Actually, I'll probably leave it untaped so I can put it in the press later with some gloves and get it cleaned up a little bit. But there we go. We're going to set this one off to the side for sure. So I can't say enough great things. Very happy with this. And we still got a whole, I don't even know what else is in this other box. There are a lot of books. I don't know what's in here. So we're going to go ahead and get into the chat. And then we're going to continue. Let's see where we left off here. We got Mars Comics saying hi to Comic Bag Musings. He says his early Tomb of Dracula issues are always good pickups. Yeah, it seems like even like your non-keys and that like first 10 issues and then the ones hopefully coming up, there's just some like good value in those alone, let alone like the excellent reads. I do love me some Marv Wolfman, and he did, I think, most, if not all of this run early on. So definitely great pickups for sure. Metarog with the knowledge says there's no Marvel value stamps until 25-cent covers. Great to know because I'm just kind of cycling through without looking at too many of the numbers. There are 3 of the 25 centers, and there's still a bunch of Tomb of Dracula. I was surprised. I didn't know there was that much Tomb of Dracula in here. So there may be a few with the value stamps coming up. We got the Warlord. What is going on, Warlord? Nice to see you in the chat. Art Bikes and Comics says, dang, those Tomb of Drac books are looking good so far. I know everybody's excited about the Tomb of Dracula 10. Thank you for the congrats. Stealth Buy looks like it's, yeah, for sure. Like everything else is just icing on the cake at this point. So absolutely. We got Triple C. What's going on, Triple C? Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you for the congratulations. All right, we're going to power on to see what else. I think, like, what's the next one? Like, you got, like, the second appearance of Blade, possibly. I think it's also the first appearance of, oh, God. Like, I had his name, and now I've already forgot it. But anyway, we're going to power on, and we'll keep going. We got number 11. Once again, it's pretty much the same quality as the other ones, which is good. Like I said, most of them just kind of have that, like, you know, it's never been bagged or bored, that, like, little crease that goes along the spine that just needs to be pressed out, which is no problem at all. We got Jay Salsa. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight? We got Tomb of Dracula number 12. So I can't remember if it was 12 or 14, which it looks like we're missing 14. But I think there was, like, oh, Deacon Frost. I'm trying to think of which one was the first Deacon Frost. I think that would be the other key that could possibly be in here that people are kind of looking for whatever reasons. But yeah, I think it's this issue right here, actually, number 12, because Blade is in this issue. So another great one to have there. I'll have to Mylar that one up for sure. We got issue number 13. Once again, not bad at all. Number 16. Great cover on that one for sure. And yeah, I mean, I might just read these online and preserve these copies for sure. But yeah, I'm very excited about this lot for sure. So there's 17. And then we start to get into some of those 25 centers. We got issue number 26, which one or two of them does have some writing. You can barely see. Someone priced this at $2. And I don't know if this is one of those ones with the value stamp or not. Like I said, I don't have that whole list memorized like I know some of the collectors out there do. Well, at least so far, flipping through some of it, there's no holes in there. So that's always good. We got 27. Issue number 27. Let's do a quick value stamp hole check here. So far, things look good. No one cut anything out of this book. So that's excellent. And we'll keep moving along. We got issue number 30. Man, I love these books. I am so excited. I've always kind of fantasized maybe about run building like a Bronze Age horror like this. You know, some of the DC ones are easier, like your House of Secrets. Obviously, besides the big Swamp Thing key, the rest of them are fairly easy to find to a certain extent. Do want to shout out Big Herm Station, everyone. What's going on, Big Herm? Welcome to the chat. We got issue number 49. And then we got issue number 50. And actually, that is not all because we got a surprise one in here. We got giant size Dracula number 4. So they even threw in a giant size. I didn't realize he had that many giant sizes, but hey, that's awesome. So right there alone, I mean, that's, yeah, I couldn't be happier with just the Tomb of Draculas alone, even though, yeah, with these giant sizes, never been bagged on board. You definitely have your battle damage and your cover separation, but otherwise, not too bad on that one. But yeah, just this stack alone, I would be happy with my purchase already, let alone the filler and stuff. At least that was good. Some of this, like whatever Faust was good pack-in stuff to protect these books. Sometimes is the way I look at it. And then the finish off the box. Oh, I'm really excited because he had some extras put in these bags. So we got Toxic Avenger #1. It's a direct edition. Wouldn't mind the newsy on that one, but definitely take what I can get just to get this book back in the collection because I'm happy to see that. So once again, he bagged and boarded it, or she bagged and boarded it. I'm going to assume it's a he because it's Toxie. It's a pretty manly movie if you haven't watched it. Great quality copy on Toxie. Also didn't know I was getting the issue #2, or scratch that. I now get 2 copies of issue 2. The photo cover that's hilarious on issue #3. And then another issue #3. So had I kept my original Toxie #1, I would now have 2 sets of Toxic Avenger 1 through 3 for what that's worth. All right, so that was box #1. So that was pretty much, I feel like most of those were the comics that were actually, for the most part, on top of the picture I showed at the top of the stream. You know, the one I kind of caught wind on and was happy to bid on that stuff alone. So pretty much like the rest of the stuff is the surprise stuff that I don't really know what to expect in this box. I'm still looking for the She-Hulk #1 to pop up, the Devil Dinosaur #1 to pop up, and then maybe a couple other, non-keys, obviously, that were in that picture. But yeah, there could be a lot of greater stuff, or who knows? We'll see. Just gotta open it. At least they protected and taped these boxes. So far, I give the shipping a pass for the media because they did take care of the books for the good packaging. So, all right, here we go. Box 2 of 2. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's that Terminator book I was making fun of earlier. This was covering up all the other potential gold in this lot. So thank you, Terminator, for protecting this lot from other buyers, I guess. So I'm going to have to keep that book in the PC for now. All right, so let's see what the first book this got on cover. We got a Red Sonja #1. Looks like this one's based on the movie line. I've never seen this book before. I know they obviously did the other Red Sonja books in the 70s, but I don't think I've ever seen this limited 1 of 2. I'm assuming that's got to be the movie version, right? So that's pretty cool. I definitely have, and that's really cool. Never seen that one before. All right, let's see what is next. We got another She-Devil with a sword Red Sonja #1. Didn't know they made this Red Sonja #1. I'm not a big Red Sonja guy, so there's that. That's kind of cool. Oh, yeah. Alf #1. I love Alf. So I already have an Alf #1. What's better than one Alf #1? Of course, 2 Alf #1s. So that's awesome. Alf. I love it. So there's that. We got ARG #1. I think I've actually heard of this book once before. ARG #1. So yeah, 1974. I didn't know that book was this old. So that's pretty cool. ARG #1. Inhumans #1. I thought that I did kind of see like the edge of this book on one of the pictures. So I got another copy of Inhumans #1. Pretty sweet yellow cover on that. Even though I'm not a big Inhumans guy, I do like this Inhumans #1 for what that's worth. Let's see what else we got. Animax #1. One of the Star Comics that's not like He-Man or Thundercats that I guess, people don't want. I've definitely never heard of Animax, so might be a cartoon before my time. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you guys have heard of Animax, definitely let me know because that has definitely spurred my curiosity. Sweet. I actually wanted this book. This is awesome. Doctor Who, the Marvel premiere 57. I think this is the first U.S. appearance of Tom Baker's Doctor Who, which I've been re-watching the newer Doctor Who and watching some of the classic Tom Baker Doctor Who. Like I just watched Revolution of the Daleks not too long ago. So I was actually wanting this issue quite because it's a really cool Walt Simonson drawing of Tom Baker and the TARDIS, obviously. So I'm very happy with this one, actually. This one's staying. There's no question about that one. West Coast Avengers #1. That's another one of those books I thought I saw in the corner. I definitely recognize the corners on that where you see the West Coast Avengers. So confirms my fact that it was the number 1. Oh, everyone loves the Sectars. We got a Sectars number 1. All right. Oh, that's cool. This is actually, I think, another upgrade for me. I do have a couple copies of this New Mutants number 1. You can never go wrong with this book right here. Great book to have in a collection, New Mutants number 1. So happy to have, because I think I have 2 other copies, and neither copy is really that good of quality. So now I can at least get rid of the one I don't like as much, I suppose. Dragon Slayer number 1. So this is definitely something I missed the boat on back in the day. Yeah, Metarog says it's a lot of number 1s. That's one of the things they did try to put in their description. There's like 25 number 1s or something, and that's like they obscured all of the number 1s as they tried to advertise it and then covered them all up with the Terminator comic. So yeah, this is a lot of fun though. And Mars Comics likes the book so far. Thank you. All right, let's see if we turn up another number 1. Oh, this is the Man-Thing number 1. That's like the first ongoing, not that mini. I can't remember. Metarog's probably going to correct me. I can't remember if it was like a mini series or a one-shot with Man-Thing that had the Frank Bruner cover, and then this followed that up. I think this is the second copy for this is me as well. As my October Reads fans may remember, I wasn't a big Man-Thing fan, but I don't think I read this Man-Thing number 1. I think I read the other Man-Thing number 1. So we'll see if I get a chance to read that one. We got Beauty and the Beast number 1. I always love that Bill Sienkiewicz cover on that one. So got that. I don't know if maybe the whole thing in here will be. All right, cool. Dazzler number 1. I thought I recognized that the side of that cover on one of those pictures. So we got Dazzler number 1. You just like New Mutants number 1. You can never go wrong with some Dazzler number 1. Look at how beautiful that comic is. So very happy to have another copy of Dazzler number 1. We got Dune number 1. So some Kyle MacLachlan action on that. I completely butchered Kyle MacLachlan's name on there, but some awesome Dune action. We got the Jackson Roy Kirk. How you doing, man? Nice to see you in the chat tonight. Big Herm loves that Dazzler number 1. And then Metarog does confirm that is the second ongoing. Thank you. Here it is. I had it in my hand the whole time, and it does need a press. That's for sure. Looks like it's got a little bit of. I might be able to press that out, but we got the She-Hulk number 1. So pretty much like my safety net on this lot, if you will. Everything else somehow turned into trash in this lot. I knew my $50 investment in this giant box would be mostly paid for by this comic, depending on condition. And it's not bad, but it definitely, like, I'll see if the light catches it. Hopefully I can press that stuff out, because if I bend it this way, none of it breaks color. So this is going to be a pressing experiment all day for sure. So there's just a few spots where I'm not going to be able to press out, obviously. It does break color on the bottom there. I do have another really good quality copy of this book in my living room on the wall. But unfortunately, it looks pristine on the front, but it does have like a coffee stain that goes along the entire back and like the last 5 or 6 pages. So we'll see if I can restore this one a bit better and maybe, get a nice graded copy at one point. But I think I might be perfectly happy with the copy I already have. So, well, we're definitely gonna give this one the bag and board treatment before we keep going, just to make sure my bare paw hands don't further ruin this book. And now I think everything else is officially well, no, we still got, next one's probably going to be Devil Dinosaur number 1, and then I got Crisis number 1, and I think those are the only books I think I know are guaranteed to be in here. All right, let's get back to the chat, and then we'll see if we uncover the Devil Dinosaur. Right, black and white ad or collar and ad and Dazzler number 1. Let's see. I'm not sure what does the black and white, are we talking about? I don't know my Dazzler number 1 variants, I guess. Are we talking about the opening ad, or is there a certain ad like at the back? Because the one is in color. So maybe Metarog will illuminate me on the variant differences of the Dazzler number 1. We'll see. Big Herm, I just got $50. Great for sure. Yeah, I had the $50 plus shipping. So interior ad. Okay, so we got the ad that's in there. That looks like it's in black and white. And then the ad on the end is in color. So, yeah, just a little bit to clean there. Near the middle. Okay, let's look at the middle. Now I'm curious to see what we're looking for here. I'm definitely have to do some research after the stream now. So we got the Mile High Comics ad. That looks like it's in, maybe it's in yellow. So it does have a bit of color. And then we got this ad as well as in color. Okay, someone's saying error near page 24 and 25. Okay, so we're going to go to page 24 and 25. Okay, so these ads look like, if we're talking about that, those are in black and white. So maybe that's what we're looking for, and these are supposed to be in color, maybe. So that could be pretty cool. We're going to do something in the chat here real quick. There we go. All right. Yeah, cool. Oh, thanks, Metarog. Yeah, he says this is the one I'm supposed to be looking. So, yeah, it looks like we got a black and white error copy of Dazzler number. I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the information, guys. So, Metarog and Art Bikes and Comics with the information there. So, thank you, guys. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, this looks like it may be an upgrade as well. We got Devil Dinosaur number 1. Newsstand copy. So I'm really happy with this copy. I have another good copy of this, but someone has like this crazy like thumb smudge in my current copy. Now 35 center there, newsstand. Pretty happy with that one as well. So I know this is another one of those books that just kind of keeps gaining traction. It's a Jack Kirby. People anticipate some sort of Devil Dinosaur something from whatever, and the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur stuff as of recent was a lot of fun too. So I think this book keeps continually getting attention from collectors. So always happy to add that back in. Oh, this is cool. I definitely need a good copy of this for the collection as well. Transformers the movie. Number 1, of course. So hopefully the other 2 are in here. That'd be nice. But I always this is my favorite Transformers animated thing, is that movie where you get unfortunately get to witness the death of Optimus Prime, but it's just a crazy story that they took a lot of risk with for being the mid 80s. So really like Transformers the movie, and to have a comic version of that, just like my Turtles stuff and getting those movie versions. Oh, this is really cool. I had no idea this was in there. Not Brand X. Number 1 is in the lot. That is awesome. I've always kind of wanted this book too, and I just never wanted to pay, some of the money people want for it. So we'll go ahead and bag and board that bad boy. Brand X number 1. So very happy with that pour. I was trying to figure out what this book was because I saw the part of this corner here, and I thought I saw where it said 12 cents, but I wasn't sure if that's what the book was. So always happy to get books like this in the collection. So we'll pop that in a bag and board real quick. All right. We still got a healthy stack to go still. Now we're getting into some 80s DC. Another one I've kind of always should have read. And actually, this book displays some of the concern I sort of had going into a lot like this. Because sometimes you'll get big lots, and it looks like, I don't know if that's like just degradation from time or like a rodent got this book specifically. But I've definitely pulled books out of large collections that looks like rodents got in there. And unfortunately, Roy Thomas and Jerry Ordway's Infinity Inc. looks like it was the victim of some sort of pest of some sort. But I've always this is one of those runs I've always kind of wanted to get into. And I've heard good things about from, collectors who are older than I am, who, they were pre-crisis DC fans going into post-crisis 80s era. So I've always been kind of fascinated by some of these Infinity Incs. So always happy to get that in the collection and flip through it. We got Mephisto versus the Fantastic Four number 1. What's another number 1? So that's pretty great. I mean, it's almost like it came off the stand today. Very good quality copy of that. Now I don't even need to turn this next book up to see what it is, because it's one of my all-time favorites. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1. And the reason I knew what it was, it's got that beautiful gate. Let's just go ahead and fold that out, because I already have enough copies of this. I'm not going to get stingy on condition and try to get this on a board immediately. Just enjoy the beautiful George Perez goodness there. This is the book that pretty much kept me collecting this whole run right here. Like, what is not to love about Crisis on Infinite Earths, especially if you're a Perez fan, 80s fan, DC fan. Like, this is must-read stuff right here, in my opinion. I don't even care if this is worth 20 cents, $1, whatever. I keep hoarding this book every time I can get it. I love me some Crisis books. Yeah, can't say enough good things about Crisis. If this was the rest of this box was Crisis 1 through 12, I'd be extremely happy. Instead, we're getting Mystic Neil Adams #1. So there you go. Didn't know Neil Adams worked on a book like this. Apparently, it's created and written by Neil Adams. So there you go. Someone's got to educate me on that one. All right. Transformers. That's right. There was a little bundle of Transformers that I completely forgot about. We got Transformers #9. Beautiful book. I'm just so blown away. Like, these books aren't bad unless they took them out of the bags and boards to package them better, because there weren't bags and boards in the pictures. They were just spread out on their coffee table. Always good to get the anniversary covers. Transformers 2. I may have been missing this one, actually. I got to check my collection, but beautiful copy. I could not be happier. Should be more Transformers, issue #7. Now, I was kind of asking myself, I didn't see the #1. Of all things not to have the #1 on, I didn't see the Transformers #1, but I was hoping maybe I'd turn up a Dinobots first appearance, but I don't think that's going to be the case because we moved on to Alpha Flight issue #6. Apparently, okay, good, that's on the back. Apparently, someone tried to sell it for $1.50, or did to this guy. Who knows? We got West Coast Avengers #5. Really nice cover on that one, considering it's all black and doesn't have a single tick on it. Maybe minus that one, close to the staple, but always like that cover. Got Primal #2. Clive Barker written Dark Horse. Interesting. Never heard of this one. So, interesting. If you guys like Dazzler, we got Dazzler #2 as well. Dazzler #2. So, maybe we can build some Dazzler here. We'll see. Farewell to Weapons. Epic Comics. I have no clue what this one is. So, I guess that's kind of the cool thing about lots like this. You see books for the first time you've never heard of. You never see people talk about. And maybe it could be your next favorite thing. You never know. The next favorite thing will be Alpha Flight #2. There's that. We got Master of Kung Fu #60. So we're back where we started, basically, with Shang-Chi. This one looks beat up, but I'll take this. Still, we got some Bill Sienkiewicz on the... Oh, my God. There's like a cat hair that came out of that Hulk. Oh, God. So that's why I was always waiting on some dander or some dirt or a hair. So the Incredible Hulk came with the gift of somebody's hair. So issue 295. Not as beautiful as some of the other books I've pulled, but still happy nonetheless. We still got a small handful to go here. More Hulk. I'll take more Hulk because why not? We got double size annual #14. Now we're really in the unknown realm now. Actually, I take that back because I do remember this in the picture. Black Panther Jungle Action featuring Black Panther #20. So very happy to get any of those quarter era Marvels. And then we're going back to the modern era. Jim Balance Tarot. Once again, never heard of it. But I'm glad it helped pack the bottom of the box, just like issue #19. Hopefully I can show that on YouTube. We're going to put that down so we don't get banned. Be a way to finish this, huh? Yeah, I can't show that one. We're skipping that one. Jim Ballant, what are you doing? I'm skipping that one. I'll have to email. If you guys want to see these comics, too bad. Just Google them. Tarot, Jim Ballant. I'm probably just going to end up skipping. There's probably a reason these were the covered up ones in the eBay lot. All right. I guess I can kind of show that one. There we go. Tarot #12. All right. What is this? Is this just the bottom or... Okay. Of course. This is the one we haven't looked at yet. The final book, which is one of the first ones I pointed out on the picture I showed. Which is the most bagged and boarded one of them all. Predator #1. And I'm trying to figure out what in the world is... It's like a letter or something in here from 1990. So I have no idea what that is, but I guess we're going to conclude this before we shout out the chat once again. And we're going to see if this is a first or a second print. Maybe it's either way, it's a win. I mean, who am I kidding? It is a first printing. So we're going to get the nice bag out. I mean, this is actually a pretty nice bag. This is like some early grade heavy bagging there. But we're gonna get a full. We're gonna full back this one because that's the type of mood I'm in. A good full back mood, and we're gonna miler this bad boy up. And it only has a it's probably a 9+ copy. So I'm pretty happy with the quality of the copy on Predator. Boom, there it is. So yeah, first print of Predator #1. What a way to finish. Let's go to the chat and I'll recap a couple of the highlights for sure. Let's see where we left off. I knew Metarog would love that Not Brand Ek. I know that's probably one of his favorite books. He loves the funny Marvel stuff. Big Herm says #1s are wild. Art Bikes and Comics says those boxes are hot. Thank you, John, on the congrats. We got Gore Vidal. He says, Carson, it's in the public interest that you show those books. I guess I could just like, pause your videos. There you go. I showed the books. Comic Mag Music says, Roger only tuned in to see the Ballant covers. Metarog says, amazing score. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, I figured he'd call out Bub. Then what's going on? We got Howler Mouse in the chat. What is going on, man? Nice to see Howler Mouse. I had a blast watching his live stream during his snow day live stream the other day. I was kind of waiting to go to work anyway, and that was the perfect way to start to get ready for my day, is watching Howler Mouse on a live stream. Absolutely amazing. So thank you for that the other day. All right, so I guess I'm not going to go over all 90 comics again, but the highlights, you know, I had a lot of fun with Not Brand Ek. It is a book I've seen before and thought about buying several times. There's that. Obviously, the one I just showed, Predator #1, first print, and a very nice quality first print on top of that. It has actually been preserved, it looks like, since 1990, according to someone's letter in this. I'll have to see what that's all about. The She-Hulk #1 needs pressing for sure, so I'm going to play with this one to see if I can do a little bit of restoration. And then the big book, of course. I 76-cent score right here. How can I not be happy with this? Like, I could have got like all penny books and then got this for the entire price and been over the moon happy with this whole lot. So Tomb of Dracula #10, not to mention all the other Tomb of Draculas that I'm going to probably immediately bag and board after this stream that are, you know, those lower numbers in this. So yeah, now I need to figure out, you know, am I going to send this off soon? I'm probably going to try to get it pressed, see if I can. I don't know if I want to do much cleaning because I don't know if I trust myself that much yet, but I probably will take care of this copy, get it preserved, slabbed, and get it in the collection, and, you know, just like the other stuff back there, put it on display in my house somewhere and all that stuff. But very happy with this pull. If you guys, once again, October Reads plug, even though it's like a year and a half gone, I did review this book a long time ago on my channel. It's on my October Reads playlist. Definitely check that out if you want to see what I think, because I really did enjoy this read, and I do definitely plan to read this Tomb of Dracula run at some point. So easily the big highlight of this box. At least this helped the video live up to its title, to say the very least. So very happy with this box. And then we got White Tiger. What is going on, man? He says, Cowabunga fam, nice to see you. Big Herm says, great haul, thank you. And then, yeah, can't put it better myself. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to have plenty of packing and boarding to do this weekend on my in-between hours between work. But yeah, guys, big thank you for hopping in the stream. And unfortunately, all my gimmicks aren't loaded up, so you just have to leave with the first part of the video. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining.